Good morning everyone. Today we're going to watch the Deathwire gameplay reveal. So good morning to everyone, and let's get right into it because it's nice and chunky. Let's fucking go, baby.
Hi, I'm Kenzo. I'm the lead character artist at Hellbent Games.
Kenzo!
Hi, I'm Darren. I'm a gameplay engineer at Hellbent Games.
Bam!
And this is gonna be our first look at Deathwire today. We're gonna go.
You already know I got my
gameplay,
sludge.
We're just gonna talk over it.
So you're playing Deathwire in this one.
Yeah, I'm.
Insta transform Giga-chan.
Sweating against you guys. And no, yeah, he's really fun. I
Love his portrait.
I transform right away, and then I go into drift mode.
Damn, he's smooth
because I
then.
wanna, start
So that's
going
the big
from
thing.
station to station right away.
Oh,
That's the big
gosh.
thing with Deathwire, right?
Oh, I guess that might be the
Yeah,
the
it's
animation
so much
swap.
faster in drift mode, so then I can. It just makes it, and I have my cooldown.
I love the way he walks.
You can just use it whenever you want.
He's very robotic.
Aside from you saw there.
A little bit of a tracking fail.
It goes in a.
We definitely saw the chromatic aberration they could have killed
Right,
there.
there's like a recalibration
Yeah.
or time after you hit someone, and that's so that you can't like just immediately transform and track them down
Follow up
or
ahead,
shock
yeah.
them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gives them a little bit of grace.
Yeah.
Oh, Papega
Right
tracking
after the
once again.
Celebration, it gives them a little bit of a time to get away from Deathwire.
Right.
Yeah, here you see me. Yeah,
Oh.
I lost that person after.
We'd
I
be
hit
using
them.
plagues.
Yeah, I'm playing against like Ross and you and Sean,
Damn. So you're not as fast as
all
Berserk,
the
but you can
players.
use it pretty frequently. It
Yeah,
looks
I
like.
heard something here. I'm just scanning stations and trying to find people. I was lucky here to catch.
Well,
that
this is the
person.
80s themed game, right, Valcoop? So it
Yeah,
makes
it
the
can
most
be
sense they
pretty
would have
difficult to
robots.
find
Robots were
people,
pretty big in the 80s.
Once you get to the
Like,
station,
you know, in fantasy and
scan
stuff,
too far,
Terminator and the
go
whatnot.
too far.
Right.
Ooh.
I had a really good start in this game, at least.
So that shock. That
Oh,
you just
double
did,
vaults!
if you hit someone, you hear them. So
Yeah.
it's easy to tell if you hit somebody or not, right?
So many
Yeah,
vaults.
there's also a mutation that
Haunted
reveals them
Dollmaster.
if you shock them. I do like to run that. In this run, it's a base kit, so I'm not having it running any
Right.
mutation.
Slide available. I guess that's when your mobility's up.
Yeah, if you want a little bit more information on top of the screen.
Ooh,
then
I
you
love the
use that
aura
mutation.
reading. Love that.
Um,
It's like
yeah,
a pinpoint
I tried to
echolocate.
shock there to stop them from vaulting, but I didn't time it quite right. But-
Right. So if you get shocked as a teen, you can't vault, you can't attack. You're slightly
Doctor
slowed as well,
shock?
right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't do most actions. You can still crouch, but yeah, you can't use your weapons. You can't use any pickups.
You know, that's
you
on a
can't
pretty
vault,
low
which is a
cooldown,
big one.
honestly.
So yeah, it's used as a gap closer.
Yeah, there's a delay out of it. Yeah, you can't hit out of it.
and
So
I
unlike
like to use it
Berserk.
that way. Some people like to use the 3 shocks mutation. So you get 3.
Yo, this map
instead
is
of 2,
gorgeous.
but
I'm
that
loving it.
means You can't hit unarmed teens.
Look at all the cover
So then
too.
it's not a gap closer at all. It's just
No.
a sort of combative type of
Yeah.
ability. Yeah.
Oh, hitting him with the
That's a good
beach
mutation
boogie.
to be used in the mid game and like end game.
I am
Early
so
game,
glad
you
they're
find
utilizing the terms
down
mid game and
as
end game.
possible.
They know what they're
I
talking
shot-
about.
I
I mean,
did
I know
the
they made the
primary
game,
upstairs,
but
yeah,
trust,
yeah,
I've
we
seen
shot them to
very
stop
incompetent
them.
devs talk about their
I
own
was able to
games.
get
So
to them
I'm really
after.
impressed already with
Right.
HB.
You're just
Yeah.
disrupting the craft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear the staff? I think that's me. I think I built
That
a
you?
lot of staffs. Okay, you get
This was
nice.
Hey, I do
Yeah.
every time I
Shot
talk
is
about
sneaky.
monster gameplay, I'm like, dude, watch the stigma and wait till it like before you swing, because if you swing early, like that's where you die, like every time.
Yeah, the second you hit him, you will just.
I know I'm not
never stop
like
running away.
telling this guy how to play, but this guy's good.
And
He
just
definitely
try to
knows
go
his
for another
stuff.
ambush play, but
I think it's really cool
Yeah, I
to
have a
like
lot
see
of,
things utilized that
tools
like
to
I notice and talk about.
find out if they're setting
Oh,
up
the
ambushes,
multiple
like,
shocks.
multiple
Okay, that looks kinda
bolts to
hype.
Make sure that I can get to this person without feeling threatened.
Ooh,
But
such
then
good
you-
cover.
is that you with the?
Yeah, that's me.
staff?
That's me.
This
Yeah.
was fun. I was trying to like fake dropping down here and
Yeah.
using the drift back to.
Ooh, the drift back. Okay.
So if you hit maximum speed when you're in vehicle mode, or sorry, drift mode, if you hit, it's not maximum speed, it's like almost maximum speed, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
you'll
good
see
shit
the
on.
slide available
They
at the top
got
of the
baited
screen,
so hard.
and then you can input a vector that's what's the range for
That
like
punch
the
noise,
back,
yo, it's sick.
slide.
Reminds me of Nemesis melee.
What's the range? Sorry.
Yeah,
Which
so
I
like,
hate that Nemesis
you
is
input
like
an
his whip
opposite
is so omnipotent,
vector
Oh,
you
of
know?
where you're going.
Like
Yeah,
over
it's
pallets,
about
over tiles, at
70-ish
range,
degrees.
over
You can do a
terrain.
maneuver
Because he punches.
behind
Like
the
I
back
like
side
the
of your
punch.
shot.
I always
forward,
wanted a killer or
whichever
a monster
direction
that
you were
punched, right?
traveling before.
So Deathwire
right.
is
Input
punching.
the other direction. That
I'm about
includes
that.
you rotating the camera also.
Right.
Then you'll do a little dip.
I love the
drift,
plague icon too. That must be the
which
base kit
is,
plagues thing.
It's a good. You'll see me use it at the end there when you guys have 2 beam.
I mean, but you
weapons at
see,
the
it
end of the
doesn't
game.
last very long, so I wouldn't say it's crazy at all.
Yeah, it really throws teens off. I love to use it, and I worked on
If
the
anything,
whole bunch,
information
so,
shouldn't be a reason
I'm a
why you're
big fan
losing
of
them,
it.
you know?
It's so much fun. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. It has
I'm
so
loving
much
this
utility
drift
too,
mode.
like defensively, offensively, just to
Notice
just
how
sort of waste
the monster
ammo or
player
check
knows, like
corners quickly.
Wardley, that there's armed
It's
teams
really,
everywhere,
really
so now
fun,
they're
but it
playing
takes a lot
defensively
of,
and sitting in cover.
skill to use effectively. I think when I first started using it, I was just running into weapons constantly because I was just trying to use it well.
Yeah. No,
you
I
get
know.
cut
It's
up.
Oh, look at the
it's a
new
high
staff
skill
animation.
ability.
They're not holding
Yeah.
like this
I
anymore.
think
They're holding like
Our
this.
community is gonna make really good use of it.
Like
I'm
Gandalf.
very excited to see what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
I love his kit. There I get ambushed and die, but I'm not too worried about it.
So that's, I think, a good example of some of
8 for
Deathwire's
hits, not 10.
weaknesses, right? Like
8 makes way more
he's
sense.
really good
Dare I
at,
say 6?
um,
Like 2 hits per
sort of
team,
shutting
quote unquote.
down zones like there, right? Like
Yeah.
if that was an
Dare I
ambush,
say buff
he can
plagues
shut
again?
down ambushes
Because 8
really
hits is a
easily.
lot.
But he gets a lot
You're already
of,
having a good
sort
game
of
if you have 8
a
hits.
false confidence sometimes because he's like, okay, I shocked this
Totally.
corner, I shocked
No
this
shot
corner.
on
But if you
spawn?
miss those skill shots, then sometimes
Well,
you can run
maybe it's just
into
like a disruption
situations
field,
that
kind of
you
like Rift
thought
Cat.
you were
Maybe it's
prepared
not
for
like
when
they
you really
actually
aren't.
shout on
So
spawn.
like learning to sort of place your shocks and your scans in the right places at the right times is kind of part of his kit, right?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
I
Love
think
that.
We had a few games with
Look
you
how
where
low
I
cooldown it
scanned,
is too.
like,
You
right
can
to the
really,
left of
it's
you,
like, it's kind of
right
like,
to the right of you.
Yeah.
And I just
you can
figured,
always
like,
be
okay, I'm
ready for
perfectly safe,
ambushes.
gonna try to capture this rift.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then you came out and killed me.
Yeah.
There I shocked to make sure that they can't ult. I really like that.
Oh,
interaction,
big
I
gosh.
completely whiffed.
Oh, ray gun behind you.
Turns out even a cool monster can help me aim better. Here I'm in the
Plagues
open,
every
I'm in
2
the arena,
hits.
so I want to be a
Nah.
little bit more agile.
2 is
So I go into
maybe too
drift
much.
mode there.
And I
But once
noticed
hit
So
it,
you can
notice
react
when
and
you're in
switch.
vehicle
You
mode
still
and
have enough time.
attack, it takes a little bit more time
that's right.
because you have to transform out of vehicle mode in
Yeah.
order to attack, right?
Yeah, if you
I love
see,
the walkie
Deathwire
animation.
and-
Dude is so cool. Oh,
Of course I have
yes, hit him with the taunt. Bro, he said people salute, bro.
I thought I was safe here.
Ah,
Someone
dang.
behind you.
Yeah, shot
Yeah,
it
yeah.
down, hit me with that one bullet at the end.
Me
No,
when I
it's
last
a
hit
lot
the
of fun,
stigma.
I love his emotes as well. Oh yeah, so yeah, in vehicle mode, his arms tuck away and then they become boosters. So you can't use your arms while in drift mode.
I mean, I like that. I like
Which
that
means
poker
if
play.
you're gonna attack, you can click like attack out of it, but you will have
Looks
that
cool.
extra period
It's
of
very
time where you
robotic. It's like
transform
heat
out of
sensor
the vehicle
or
mode,
heat
drift
sensing.
mode, I keep saying vehicle mode, and then you hit the team. But
Oh, what are you
this
doing?
I'm like trying to be not predictable because I see you have a Molotov, so that was like a fun little dance.
Dude, that shock animation looks so cool.
I tried to use the pop and just go around in circles and see what you would do. And you just stood there and watched me.
Well, I figured you were gonna use the pop and then run away.
This isn't a
and
ranged
shot
monster.
you.
It's still a
Confident
melee
enough
monster.
At any point to chuck the Molotov. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
used the
that's why
pop
I
and
was
then
drifting.
So like you have a semi-ranged ability.
Little dance.
Look at them charging the
So this
Enigma,
is
but they
like-
have that mod, so you see their aura. Look at them reacting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
Wardley's really good. Oh, preventing the molly throw.
for me to engage, but I'm able to use my shocks, and I try to fake out
Oh, dude, look at them schmoving.
Molotovs out of your hands. I found it's difficult to play against Deathwire when you have projectile-based weapons that just one
Yeah.
shot and Molotov.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
not impossible. I'm sure people are gonna land many hits on him.
Nice.
He
Now at
he's
4 hits, I would
one
camp this person to death.
Like if you were to compare it to
Oh,
yeah, we can
oh,
talk
the
about
rift
that.
again.
that's
Nice.
it.
I love how it pulls it from the void. That's very cool.
Yeah, what I did there is I had 8
Agony.
hits, which is the number we're using for how many hits you need to get another plague, and then I reached into a tear in the beyond and I grabbed a random one.
Reached into a
Luckily, I
tear
got
in
an
the
agony,
beyond. That's so
so I
cool.
can kill Sean faster. So I'm like,
Oh, so that was the bleed out
not
plague.
camping, but I'm
No,
making
I
sure
would
he
100%
bleeds out
camp
as
that,
fast as
yeah.
possible.
So don't even say you're not camping then. I'd 100% camp
That's
that.
a new mechanic we added
Aw.
to the game.
Big Auschwitz.
Yeah,
Oh, you
so
could have hit
can
that.
see
You
at
could
the
have hit that.
bottom, the
There's
counter's
a
down
lingering
at
hitbox after
0
vaulting. You
out
can
of 8
always hit
again,
that
so
shit.
The next 8 hits are going to be building up towards your second plague as well, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
like literally, if Leo's
Now
dead
get
here, you have a
another
chance.
random
But
one.
now that he's not,
we
you
can
probably
still bring
die.
the plague. So
Oh,
that will
that's
be the one you
bad-
start the.
Sorry. That's a bad mutation to use against Deathwire for sure, because
Yeah, 'cause he just follows you up, yeah.
shock you, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see the weapon in their hands when they were trying to absorb. Who
Fix
was
that
it?
lingering
That's right.
hitbox. Yeah, it's
Ross,
intentional.
Ooh, good scan. It's so satisfying. when
Vault
you're playing
shouldn't be
Deathwire
as
and you
safe.
get,
If
like,
anything, it's just a
all
guaranteed
14s
hitbox.
in one scan or something.
Yeah, our sound designer did a fantastic job.
Dude, the sound
dings
designer
just
at
feel
Hellbent,
so satisfying
that's
to
so
kill.
good. Really
When you
does.
get 4, oh,
Okay, so you're chasing here.
it's always terrifying to chase against you guys, but
In the open, yeah, I wouldn't be
I'm able
walking in
to
the
have,
open like
like, a
that.
little bit more-
Hugging terrain, hugging your cover.
Confidence.
I feel, yeah, confidence when I'm pushing him. Here, this is
Oh,
somehow I
he
missed
could've-
that purple beam, and then
Oh!
I'm.
He could have reacted to that eye and shot
Ali
it,
really
like
didn't
shot
want
where it
us
was
to use this
casting.
ability.
That's really
He's
cool,
very
actually.
happy about us using. He's sitting behind me over here right now, and I can feel his gaze.
No,
Okay, I
it's-
don't play this, but I'm a Deathwire main. New content, Nathan's.
Cool. So you use the scan there to not only check that upper station, but you purposefully lined it up with the other stations behind it to get like maximum value out of the scan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few situations where I will go. Yeah, I will
Ooh, the
go to a
rat.
station and then try to line up as many stations as I can because it's an across the map ability where we go
How'd that
all the
miss?
way down the map. So
Right.
yeah, get as much information as I need in that scenario.
Mhm.
So here I've hit Ross 5 times, and this will be.
Ooh, you can actually
the 6th time I
react.
do
That was quick enough that he got out of his mobility.
But you'll see.
Let's
later
go.
in the game, I'll
I thought
get
it seemed kind of
more
clunky,
than
but
6
it's pretty
times where
quick.
They won't die,
Mhm.
and then we'll
I
showcase
went
another
DN
feature
on this
that
map.
isn't-
Mhm. I'd also like to point out on Deathwire's forearm when you kill or you hit
Yeah.
any teens, his forearm comes up and he has a little display there that shows how many teens are alive, and we just killed Ross, so there's a little X through his head, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Here I'm checking my corners and trying to
Oh, your book.
make myself a difficult to hit target.
Mhm.
Here I heard someone opening the lockbox. Is that
Uh-huh.
you?
So I was opening the lockbox and Ali was outside, and he was really angry that you found him there,
That was sick.
because
Yeah,
he wasn't even the one opening the box.
Well,
Plague?
you know.
Oh wait, he has the
lesson
bleed
learned.
out.
Don't
Oh wait, no,
try
it's
to
a
open the
different.
box out of it.
The plague
That's
of
true.
power.
That's true.
Ooh,
Ali
so you
learned a
get
lot
more
of lessons in this
cooldowns.
game, actually.
So he's gonna
I
use
think.
all of his big cooldowns and then use the plague.
Was he alive for that long? Maybe. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's gonna love this.
Shot right
this
through that
video.
pillar. What the hell?
Oh man, poor Ali. See here, of course they res Ross. Even if you kill him, he's back.
Sparky, I think you're grasping at straws here.
Yeah, so you can look at his portrait and it looks a little.
When you vault, you're like, I get hit
Yeah,
there.
he's a zombie, obviously, but also.
Now there are
you see this
times,
new-
like the other day when I was
I guess you
playing on
didn't wanna-
Hotel, where I get
you
hit
wanna
as I'm
use
on the
your weapon there?
I
ground,
think
but
we
that's
didn't
just because the
have
monster will have like
weapons, so I'm
200
just
ping or
trying
something.
to-
Yeah,
But you
box
know,
rush
since they're
them.
in the Hellbent Studios, they're playing on like 0 ping
Yeah,
right
I'm
now,
trying to
so
learn the map.
everything's honest. They're probably playing LAN, yeah, or at minimal ping.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Ross, yes. So that's the new status effect that we have in the game. after you get hit 6 times.
Oh, it's the
you're
busted. Look how
no
cool it
longer
looks.
able
It's
to
like
heal
blue and
or
purple.
You're
healed.
busted.
You're busted. The only exception to this is that you can be healed by an uncharged
Oh
staff.
my goodness.
That
what
was a
shot.
really
that
good
felt
read.
good.
That was a
I
good
don't know
shot.
what
Oh,
that
pick
was.
all
What was that
swings.
punch?
But don't worry about it. It was a good shot. Let's go back to.
Okay. You gotta balance it out. I get it.
I don't know what that was. I think I saw a chair. I was like, oh, there's someone else hiding here. Nope.
That was a good shock though, and that's a cool thing about Deathwire that I think none of our other monsters have, right? Is that
Ugh.
that predictive skill shot sort of thing. Oh, this is so unfortunate.
Out of ammo.
Yeah,
Oh
this
my
stun
god.
Stuff.
Wow, the flare falling
I
down
get the
though.
stun, and then Sean only had one shot left on the.
I would
sword,
drain
so
this
he
flare
could
for
finish it
sure.
up. It's a
Now that we
critical
know
moment in the
staff and
game, I
curse
think,
sword are off the
because
table.
That's 2 weapons wasted there,
Totally.
and Ross is busted, and I'm injured, and Ali's.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, exactly. This is
He's
perfect.
been dead most of the game, so.
This whole video is just a diss on Ali.
It is. He doesn't deserve it.
Let's go with the banter.
Ali just joined us. He's more of a recent employee, so we put him in the game.
Ooh, are they trying to guess what the solar flare person was so they could
He's
vault
good
there?
though. He's good.
He's really good.
That'd have been really cool. But I already see that loop right there being so deadly. Like if you bait the monster to vault there, they're just dead every time
Yeah,
to that little window.
Ross also just used his dancing spark sunstone, and he threw it down at.
Deathwire and
Leo,
Reggie will have
actually
different
landed
release
right in
times,
front of
Marsh.
me during all that.
So this
it
is
was like a very
Deathwire and the
chaotic-
Eviscerator map.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
I have this time to just cruise around and see what I can do. Like, you can use that time with the drift mode for sure. It's,
Mhm.
it's a good thing.
Man, after failing that sword,
It's
they
a
go
good
for it again.
showcase of the map too. Like the environment team did such a good job with this
Ooh,
map.
good
It's-
hit.
It's really good.
I would have definitely.
Okay, here.
Ooh, let's go.
Ross
Where was the
that
flare
was
user? The
that
flare
was
user
Ross
wasn't
on the other side,
shooting.
and
Yeah.
I screwed up because
Oh.
I was on push to talk because my baby was yelling in the background.
Oh, they must be
And
at
I
home
was
then, right?
Frantically pushing push to talk.
Oh
to
my
tell
god, that was
Ross
such a
to
good
start
flare.
firing it, but I was
Yeah.
pushing
Was
the wrong
that
button. I
dancing
was just
spark
doing
value? Did you see that thing moving? Or was that just a good flare?
Yeah,
I can't tell.
I don't know what I was thinking pushing there. I got a little lucky for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a close
I was
game. This is a good
hoping to
game they
just
picked.
Charge the staff and safety, and that's an interesting dynamic that the busted status adds to the game, where at the end we're not able to just continually push kill weapons over and over.
Yep.
I mean, if Holy was the final station, then maybe, but with the busted status, we really have to balance like crafting staffs in order to try.
Yeah,
and
like you
heal
have to
ourselves.
go for
We do a
stun.
pretty good job here, but
Oh my god, good shit on.
yeah, it adds
That was like a
another level
game-winning
of,
spin right there.
Sort of decision
Like if the teens win here, that could have been like, because Galva 100% gets camped to death there.
At the end of the game, you're gonna be building
Dude,
staffs,
literally,
right?
if you camped out
Exactly.
Leo earlier this
And
game,
that
this game's
gives
just
me,
over. Leo could have been dead ages ago
well,
with
this
that
is a
bleed out
longer
plague.
game,
Shit.
for sure. But it would have been much longer if it wasn't for the busted status, because
Totally.
I'm able to. I think I would have lost the game too if it wasn't for.
Yeah,
the busted
Sparky, it
status.
seems like you just haven't played
Because
much
I'm able
monster
to
if you don't
put
know how
more
to
pressure
outplay
on you
Flare.
guys
You
who
can
are
drain
not
that thing
able to
really
craft
quick.
kill
It's a good
weapons,
weapon.
So then it gives me more time.
But yeah,
to,
that thing, you can burn its ammo
to
really easily.
reset and then come back.
It just it just takes
Totally.
time away from
like
you.
mentally, because his kit is actually really
COVID.
versatile. His cooldowns are not as long, so you're able to push, but sometimes. You
Oh,
need to
vaulting
approach it
there?
from
I
a
am so surprised it didn't die.
and you guys go on like you have to
Camp
craft
this.
all the
Look, they
stuff
okay. So they
sometimes,
okay.
I'm like, okay.
Let me. So, dude, Lordly is so good and so nice, by the way, because that person went down behind cover. Like, you see like that podium there, and they're assuming the last weapon's gonna be a cursed sword or something. But they could go eye if they know he's feasting. Never mind. Never mind. I'd go eye if they're feasting. But yeah, that was a good down.
Helps psychologically as well.
And that's if we want to heal at all. Like we have the decision to sort of play the rest of the game busted
Ooh.
Having to do
and
that, yeah.
injured, but that's a huge risk for us to take. So like
Yeah.
the balance of the decision making there is really fun for sure.
Yeah, it's something the teens have to play around, and it's something the monster has to think about too. Now I'm going and scanning more holy stations. Now I know.
Oh, he's worried about Sacred Staff.
Ross was
Yeah, because
busted.
rosters did heal,
He's
even
still
during Busted.
Currently he's healed, so.
Right.
I
That
know
means there's a
he
staff
can
on the
heal
board
by
somewhere.
staff, Yeah, I'm thinking about all these things.
So that does mean there's only 2 possible curse weapons
Yeah,
on
it
the
looks
board,
like
so
you're
that's
really
cool.
convinced someone is here.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
Oh, maybe I was there.
I mean, you weren't that far.
Yeah.
You guys walk away very.
Book of the Dead. Oh no, Book of the Dead's been used. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do that thing where you go. Tick, 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 tick.
Well, Sparky, you're obviously doing it wrong.
Yeah, a little sidestep here and there.
So much coping, dude.
This environment is so cool.
gorgeous.
The idea with it, if it isn't clear yet, is that there's these sort of small arenas within this larger game show, where they film this this futuristic, messed up TV show where people like fight to the death basically against robots, called the Eviscerator. And so like you're seeing sort of the behind the scenes of the production. There's like
Byzander.
broadcast room, and this
Ad
is
Drip
like the
Master.
medical
Yes,
bay
on
where
my
they
way.
take care of mostly the robots, I think, because they don't care about the people. But that's not true. There's people in there and stuff.
There's people. Did you see the X-rays on that bay?
Yeah.
There's
You
like-
see all the broken bones and stuff. This is like the Champions Arena, so I think this is more like a not Champions Arena, sorry, the Champions like gallery.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Oh,
more of
good
like
shot.
a audience-facing room. So there's a lot of different zones that sort of tell the whole story here. There's like this VIP lounge. You have the upper lounge and the lower lounge.
Oh, you see that staff through the
so
wall?
staff sticking out a little
Nice.
Oh, did you?
bit. Yeah.
They have to be
Nice.
almost dead. President just died there, honestly.
So I
They
got
must have got a
Ross down.
chompy too.
He's busted and he's down. So I know that he doesn't have a lot of health left.
Yeah.
I was going around seeing if I can punch some vending machines to stop the progress. In this game, I was like a little too concentrated on making sure I can follow up on some hits and making sure I'm safe. But
Oof. I love that every
if I
time
did
you
a better
see
job
someone with a
that, I would
defensive
be able to
weapon, you can push them.
stop Ross
if you
from
hit them with a
doing
shock. That's so
many
cool.
progress, because that's the only way he's still alive and he's still bleeding out. He's still alive. Yeah.
Dare I say
We really
Deathwire
have to
looks
use, like, all of our resources
like
in this
wart
game
levels of
to
viable,
even stay in it.
like because of
That's
that
the only
ability.
as well.
Like a micro gameplay thing you can do is that you can really deny some chocolate bars and
Nice.
Totally.
pops.
Close game.
So you got another plague there, which is good. You got a power plague. So this one.
It
will
does remind me of
refresh
Far
your,
Cry Blood Dragon. Yeah, that
your
same
cooldowns
80s
faster.
like robot aesthetic.
And with him, what I do is, I scan, I use it.
He's a
and I
major
try to get
battler.
another scan as soon as possible.
I mean, the monsters who are the best
If
at
I'm not in an
skirmishing, you know, like
engagement,
Wart
choose
Leap,
my
Wart
shots.
Armor,
Right.
Deathwire.
And,
I think
using
his
the plague during
passive
an
mobility is going to be really good. Is
So
I don't
you're
think
really
his,
patrolling those last two stations.
I don't think his
You're
info perk's
staying
as good as
near
like
this
Werewolf
one, and You're
Hunt,
scanning the other one.
but
'cause
like
you know that's our
that little
win
shock
condition.
thing, his 2 or his E, I think.
Oh, okay.
And
so
here I go a little.
He's really good. Oh,
So okay,
that's not feasting. I would feast.
I'm not used to seeing.
I would tap the slug.
The purple, yeah, I was
the-
gonna say.
the purple. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
figured, okay, that's totally someone just like bleeding out, and I
Yeah.
didn't think about it. So I just.
Yeah.
The fact that you
and
have 2
sometimes you just
charges
have
of
to
it's
go
really
for
good
that,
too. That even might be too
uh,
strong. Like with
prediction
good
hit.
monsters.
You have to make
Yeah.
sure that no one else is gonna follow up.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
What's the change with the vending machine? You can hit the vending machines,
pre-swinging,
and then it
pre-unga
makes
bunga
another
the
vending machine on the
corner.
other side of the map
Yeah.
light up,
Yeah.
or it like
Um,
delays it or something.
Technical term.
Basically, you can prevent them from
That's actually in the
being able
code.
to loot that for a
Uh,
period of time.
That's true.
Yeah, so the actual busted aberration you leave behind is different. So
Yeah.
it's easier to find you if you're busted.
Oh, that enigma. Onka.
Here I get.
Wow, they would
You
have.
did
Yeah,
such
Oh
a
my
good job
gosh.
saving Ross. I couldn't even get to. So
Wow,
I
see, it was
saw
out of
where
range.
Ross
It's very
went, I
short
saw where you
range.
went.
Basically the same
Here I
room.
don't have any shocks. I'm like spamming it. I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? And by the time I have my
I can
shocks,
see.
you're way
I
too
can see
far.
the icon
Yeah, it's
blinking
just
because you're
going.
trying to spam it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I lose you here. That's like really good spacing from you, and then Ross did a good job of getting away too.
Yeah. I think our communication was pretty good. Aside from that one time I forgot to hit or couldn't hit the push to talk.
Yeah. I mean, as a monster, those times will always happen where there's like a little bit of a communication issue or somewhat of a misplay in terms of like
Yeah.
placement or whatever.
Look at that, good cover. This area
and
is so good
you
for
have to take
monster.
advantage of those
Reminds me of like boiler
So,
room,
I have
like
2
bottom of school.
kills on
Oh, you just
my
have all that
sleeve,
cover.
on my little HUD there,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. No one's coming back for this one.
I don't remember what Ross is doing here. I don't know if he's building a staff. He might just be building at one of the occult stations.
Yeah, so we are also getting used to playing against the busted status.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have scanned the occult station there if I knew.
If you've been more familiar with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he would be, because you have the talisman.
Mhm.
Sorry.
The Enigma. Okay, yeah. So he was building. a
So
staff.
many staffs.
So
We got
here I
that.
shock you. You're
Like,
too far,
the
and I
staff
shock
meta
Ross,
is
and you're
really
dead to
gonna be
health, so I'm
there.
like, okay, 2 beam weapons. What do? I have no
Yeah.
shocks. So I tried to fake going here, and then I quickly change targets to come here. And by
Yeah.
the time he can react, because it's a slower weapon.
Oh, as soon as you
I
get
was-
hit,
I was
it
counting
takes you out
him
of your.
repositioning to try
Was
to get
that?
an extra
That was the. When does he slide out of mobility
fake
here?
going here, and then I quickly
Okay, wait, slide
quickly
available.
change targets to come here. And by
Yeah.
the time
Okay, so he doesn't actually leave vehicle mode, but he's damaged, which takes him out of vehicle mode. That's really cool. I like that actually.
he can react, because it's a slower weapon.
Yeah.
I was counting on it. Him repositioning to try
What's
to
his
get an
passive?
angle.
That's his Q.
But teens will have
It's
to
he
get
moves
used to his
20%
speed when he goes
faster,
out of the
and he
corner,
can
so-
slide backwards.
Yeah, for sure. That was really cool being able to sort of.
But he
fake your
can't hit out
entries
of it. He
and
has
move
to
between them
change
so quickly,
change forms
and
to do
keep us
that.
guessing, like, where
He
you're
has a
coming out
vehicle
and-
mode and then a
Yeah,
combat
yeah.
mode. That's what his Q
And
is.
it's a good feeling to know that he's not useless when he doesn't have his shocks.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, totally.
Voltage-wise.
It's really hard to win with Enigma at that range. I wouldn't even back off.
I don't think we talked about this yet, but that yellow line, the yellow outline that's around me,
Yeah.
when you shock someone,
Look
they
at the
become
chromatic
overcharged.
aberration. It's a
They
different
can't
color when they're
be
busted. That's cool.
Reshocked.
Do you wanna
Good
talk about this,
read.
or-
Yeah, I do want to talk about that actually. So you shock up, right? You
Yeah.
shock up through the floor, and I see the shock come through. Because as a teen, you can see sort of the angle that the shock is coming out. So I see the shock happen. I know you're below me, and so I thought you were further back than you were. I didn't think you were actually coming out of that because I thought you were
I see.
predicting and then going to go up the stairs around. So I jumped down to try and catch you going the other way, but you were like right there. So
Wow,
anyway,
that's some copium, Kenzo. You just say you misplayed it.
Bro, Lordly's calling him out.
Anyway, that was fun.
Yeah.
I really like Deathwire. His kit is probably my favorite so far.
Let's
So I
go. Deathwire's that
don't have to worry
dude.
about cooldowns as much as I can
Mhm.
play it at my own pace and kind of dictate the pace of the game.
Dude, this
that
character
way.
looks so
It
sick.
feels good as the monster player, right?
Totally.
So,
Totally.
The
playing
outro?
against Deathwire also really fun.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's so much.
Oh, is this
there's
his
so much
tension
versatility
track?
to his kit. Like almost every ability he has can be used in more than just one way, right? Like
That sounded really cool.
yeah,
Whatever
I think
that
it was a
was.
good showcase, that game, of you being able to use your abilities in so many different situations. Yeah. Cool.
Well, thanks for watching. And,
Yeah, thank you.
hopefully you'll get your hands on him as soon as possible.
Teen Qs will be flying. 1,800 Deathwires in the queue. Let's go. Oh. Look at it rolling. Dude, the chompy fit looking dripped out. Let's go.